Here we are. Here on day 100 and 999 of me and Axel's realm, the best world ever. That's we haven't came up with a fucking name yet, but speak right there. So we have you piece of shit. So we have our house right here. Just a quick little just a little base right here. We got our you know, but this little house right here is a little mini aquarium right here. It's just our house. Nothing too grandiose or nothing like that. So, and then over here we have our portal, which I think we fucking broke by being idiots. So we got that. And then little enchantment area over there. And then we used to have a sugarcane farm, but I think I broke it. I don't even remember. This is a bum ass little word that we got. XP farm over there, regular farm over there. Got a auto smelter right over here. Some nice little shits. Then we also got some auto sheep things, and then we also got like automatic for stone and cobblestone right here. And then we have a fucking castle over here that we just finished building. Nice little cool, little chill build, just some slight, something to hold us over for a little bit. Here we are, all taking all of its glory right here. All of its infinite, grandiose glory. So we got the blacksmith over here. In here I'm actually gonna make an auto smelter, so that's why this is fucking empty right now. But up here we've got the blacksmith's room, which I'm gonna make it officially day 1000 right here. Day 1000. This is like we just completely built in survival. By the way, this is like an actual realm. We started it originally just like a regular world, and then we decided to make this small little build. So we were like, maybe we should do it in a realm. Maybe help out a little bit. But yeah, we got that. Over here we've got our stables. Also got a little living space right next to it. Anybody needs a little place to sleep, to chill out, hang out. It's in there. Got some skeleton horses that fucking like spawned in here. So get some rare ass horses in here for whatever reason. Little garden area, storage for the blacksmith, for the stables. It's like chopped wood right here, coal blocks, and just a bunch of ores for the blacksmith, like I said. And over this way, on top of the stables, we've got some more living spaces. Small little rooms, but big enough for people to chill out in a little bit. We are over here. Just a little, just some slight. Got a bar over here, little bar area. Everybody can get some drinks, chill out. Little fireplace. Over here, this is our right side tower. Just storage, more storage over here. We also have catapults. Anybody try to fuck with us, we got a fucking catapult. So there's that. There's also another one on the other side. But yeah, this is this tower right here, and then just a little walkway. This is supposed to be a watchtower, so another living space. Got some kegs here. You can drink whatever you need to drink. More storage down here, more for the blacksmith and stuff, and just general things. Go up here. This is once again like storage and like a living space or like a chilling out area, whatever you want to call it. This is the main front tower. Not much in here. Same presence, same premise as everything else. Got over here as well. Got this shit. Once again, as you probably guessed, some storage. We got some. Guess we got our catapult right up here, and just take all that in. I do want to clarify, like me and Axel did make this as like from a tutorial. We didn't like just come up with this shit like from scratch. But yeah, yeah. Here we got this. I'm gonna give a shout out to my boy Blue Nerd. It's the goat right there. He hooked us up with the build tutorial. But there's a little wine tasting room in here. You go up over here. This is the queen's room. Didn't furnish it because I mean figured somebody who joins can have this room since like we don't really need the room. Whoever joins, whether it's Gabe, Edgar, whoever, if y'all want to join up, y'all welcome. Once again, more rooms like this. Let's see if anybody wants to take them. See, this is the bathroom right here. We got a little like outdoor kind of like I was gonna say gazebo, but I don't know if that's really the right word. But no, get to chill out over here, enjoy the nice views. Um, Backside, while I'm at it, I can show you the other tower over here, which, as you probably guessed, is just like storage. This one doesn't have as much because it's just a big ass staircase all the way up. But it's just getting up to the tower up here. There's not anything up here really, but it's really just for the view. Maybe I can add something later on. I did add a little thing to get down. Just drop it straight into water though. Let me. So I'll get to the basement after. Let's get back to the main part of the castle, which is over here. Over this way. Right over here. I feel like I should probably have started from here, but this is the entrance. We got the throne room in here. We got this, looking nice. I let Axel fucking decide the flag, so that's not surprising, but yeah, that's what happens when you let him do it. This little piece of shit, AFK. This is the throne room, and then over here we got the dining room hall. We got everybody can eat. Got another like little lounge area. Then over this way is the kitchen, which I'm really proud of the way that this came out because I actually had a lot of details that were not really part of the tutorial. I thought it made it look really nice. Paintings and such. We got all this. There's a little freezer over here as well. No, like little storage for like raw food. Extended part of the kitchen itself. We got a big ass fucking oven. More kegs over here. Get some drinks. Same thing over here. And then this is just general like decorations. Up over this way, we will find. Actually, I'll go get to that in a second. Over this way, since we're already over here, I have another little like lounge space for the soldiers and everybody, all the commoners. Get to chill out, have a drink, take a break. While we're at it, over here is the archery area. Got a fletching tables, some targets to shoot at. Kegs in case people get hungry or thirsty, I should say. Then over this way, we've got the more kind of living spaces. These are smaller than the other ones, I'd say, or no, they're about the same. But they're kind of more cramped. You got multiple beds in like little areas. This is Joel and Maya's room right here. If you know, you know. More kind of bunk beds over here. It's a castle. It'll be a lot of people in there normally, so you kind of have to have these kind of more cramped rooms to kind of fit in more people. Little table, more like living spaces. Little mini kitchen over there. Over here, up over here, we got another bathroom. This one's got like a dresser and shit as well. Bathroom here. Got some towels and stuff as well. Then we go over this way. It's just a back area. I like the way that this looks. There's nothing really here. It just looks really nice in my opinion. Maybe I don't really know what we would put there if there was to be anything. Over here is a little conference room. I am actually plotting out a map for this now. I'm just making a sugarcane farm so I can actually get all the paper I need for this. But I am gonna map out a giant ass map over there, so that's gonna be fun. Then over here is my room. Here, just made this big ass bed in here. My fucking the whole room is just a bed basically. Little bed right here. My mace. Got all my stuff. I also got the little Easter egg right there. Got a music disc. I made this little fireplace. I thought it looked really nice. Little kind of chandelier. It's not really, but started. And I just have my big window here. You see Gerald right over there as well. Then over this way, this is the library. This was like probably the first room I really made. That like part of the tutorial that I was really starting to get locked in on this. Made this. I thought I made it look really nice. I added a lot of details too that were not really in the video. But we got our library area over here. We got some scriptures as well. Do with that information as you will. Do with this. Up over here is more of the same area. Here we got more true facts right there. Over here, up here we've got a little enchantment area. This is just kind of more of like a general, another like storage area. It does also have the enchantment table, obviously. But there's that. Go up here and we have like again storage, but kind of like nether kind of themed. Got some wither roses, some of the nether wart blocks and stuff. Then crimson nylium, I think it's called the blue blocks. Then we come down here, back down, and we go over here to. Let's go up the stairs this way, and over here we'll find. Up here we'll find Axel's room, which I actually built this up. I thought it looked really nice. He actually just added this bookshelf. It was not. I don't remember this being here. So yeah, here we got this is Axel's room. Hasn't decorated it as much. Most of the decorations was me. He just added this and this. It was part of the build, so I just made it. I didn't know it was gonna become his room, but it's this. I really like the big window. There's a little diary or whatever. Big closet over here. I don't think he's really put anything in here yet, but yeah, it's whatever. We've kind of just been building the entire time. King's reading room is what this is supposed to be. I think this came out really nice. I kind of redid the way that the furniture was in the video. I think I made it look nicer. We got that. A little like kind of mini kitchen for the king per se. Then you go up here, which is our brewing room. Here's all of our. We actually moved over all of our stuff, so we actually make our potions here now. This has become my base now. It took us a while to kind of get everything in here, but it was very much worth it. We got all this, some nether wart, some of this. Then this is leading up to the biggest tower, which is right over here. This is the largest point in the entire build. It's like the highest point of the is except for actually being on the roof of this very tower. But yeah, this is this tower. I think that's everything up on this side of the top half of the castle. I mean, I can show you this over here. We have another like enchantment room, just right here, and then just like a little table up here, and then this just leads to another tower right over here. It's not much over here, but I wasn't sure what to even put up here, but at least you have the ability to come up here whenever we want. Maybe I might actually put like some snow golems up there just to look like they have guards. They're kind of useless. So that's the entirety of this floor and the up above floors. I think now I'll show the basement. I already showed this area. I showed that. Now this is the basement area, which is real fun. So we have another kind of storagey room. This isn't really like actual storage that we use per se because I'll show you what the actual storage that we use actually is. But we got this, just kind of meant to look like where you keep a lot of actual stuff within the castle itself. Like I said, we don't really use this. Like, there's nothing in here. It just looks really nice. I like the way that this room came out. A bunch of stuff over here. Then we just have our like armor stands just for to look nice. Here we got in here. This is the basement, the kind of main basement area. We have an office in here, kind of keep all of our records per se. Got all this over here. Then you go over to this is staircase. I'll show the downstairs area in just a sec. Over here is a little reading room, kind of study for everyone. Here we got just some lecterns. Good read. Got some pictures up on the wall. Catch up on your history. That we definitely don't have propaganda in our castle. We're the only castle in history without propaganda. Wink, wink. Big table over here. This leads up to the dining hall. Um, Over here is our armory. Right here, just for the guards. We got kind of like the more elite guards. This is their stuff here. Middle of the road. Then like just kind of just a messy kind of bunch that you would kind of expect from some guards. Then go over here. I showed some of this earlier, but this is gonna be another big map that I'm gonna do. I need to start like actually mapping it out. It's just kind of annoying, and I also need a lot of paper, so I'm actually building a paper farm pretty soon. Then the big boy. This took us an entire day of just plotting out. But this is the storage. This is actually an automatic sorter. There is some barrels upstairs, which when I pass by them, I'll show which one specifically. Some barrels upstairs, you just put whatever items you don't want, like whatever you want to put back in storage, and it will automatically filter them to this specific whatever specific chest holds them. So you see like all these, like there's nothing really in these because haven't really started putting stuff in this, and like the ones that we're not really like using as much, like birch. There'll probably be some spruce stuff since the majority of this build is spruce. Um, we got our iron, gold, redstone, all that, netherite, other stuff like that. And then just a couple more levels. Axel is actually currently extending this another level. That's why this is just like that. He's gonna make another level because we need it. Like we need to have more, just to be more organized. We need to have more places to put this, to put all of our stuff. So we figured it'd just be nice. It just looks nicer if there's more and more. So we got that. This is just a staircase. Just leads down there. It's just more of the same thing. Then go back up here. And so I think I showed everything over here. Now it's time for the fun part, the dungeon, the big ass, torture rooms and everything. So our cells over here, real nice and creepy vibes, I guess. Then just our guards, I guess. And over here we got our torture room here, nice and pleasant. Just looks like great things go down here. We got that little hack and saw on the crafting table. More tools of torture here. It's just a very pleasant vibe. It's just a very friendly establishment. So we got our electric chair right here too. And yeah, I think that's about everything. I mean, there's like this little corner. There's nothing really here. It's just more kind of storage, just so it doesn't look empty. Same thing with these barrels and stuff all around. This is already has somebody in there. Um, what else? What else do we got to look at? I think I showed this tower already. Did I? Yeah, I mean, I don't think I went up the tower, but there's this tower as well. It's more of the same. Not nothing really up here, but looks nice. Got a beacon over there. Just to look cool. They got this little tree that I made. Made this tree as well. Added the paintings just to be extra. I thought it looked really nice. Over here, same thing. No, I mean not the, with, just kind of like a garden. I put a little hanging bench. More trees over there. And yeah, this took us about, I think about almost exactly a month and a week. Started this on June 5th. The world is older than that. The world is like, I think we were already at like 300 days when we started, like this actual build specifically. But we had already done everything in the game. We already had netherite, like maxed out armor and stuff. Already went to finish the game, like the end and all that. We already did that. This is our villager hall over here. I guess I'll show that real quick. Already had like we already have like a raid farm up there, which I guess I'll pass by there later on. But villager hall, they actually have like the traits that we need. So we got silk touch, protection 4, unbreaking, aqua affinity. We also got I think this is yeah, this is our mason. We actually use them a lot. The bricks are really clutch. Right next to this, we actually have our pumpkin and melon farm, which is good for the farmer villagers because we actually use them quite a bit for golden carrots and just XP if we ever need it. Uh, this is like an auto wheat farm. It kind of sucks. I don't even know who built this, but I mean whatever. Over here, I actually just finished this yesterday, almost at the same time I actually finished the castle itself. This is our portal room or building. Uh, this I really like the way it looks. This vibe is impeccable. This is where our nether portal is. So this is you go up here, and this building. I love this like floor pattern. Then we have a big old nether portal. Love the way this looks. These are lodestones, which is like damn, like this was such a pain to get. Thankfully they changed the crafting recipe for those. It used to be a netherite ingot, but now it's just an iron ingot, so it's not that bad. Actually had to make a fucking frog light farm so he can get all the frog lights to put in here and make it look nice. Which is actually, it still worked out well because I will actually use that later on for builds because I just like the way they look. But an entire frog light magma block um, farm in the nether within a bastion. But it was pretty cool. I like it. So I think that's about everything to show of note. We have a little mob farm. It's not really impressive per se, but I mean, I guess I'll show it just for fun. This is just like for my friends, for Gabe, Edgar, whoever you guys wanted to see if you were bored. So like just this entire video. But yeah, here we got our mob farm. It's pretty standard. It's not anything that crazy. I'm probably gonna extend it by a few floors. I think over here is also our, yeah. There's a creeper farm here, which we needed for the gunpowder for rockets, which is cool. Over here, I think yeah we haven't had it running in a while, but yeah it's there, it works. I can show the raid farm too while we're at it. So we got our totems of undying, which is what Steve is doing in my offhand if you were wondering. That's just like a texture pack. It's supposed to be this guy right here, like his skin, but ever since the new update for the shaders from like, damn, like a month ago now, the it's just been glitched. It's just been Steve. So it's like, okay, cool. Like he can be there. He's chill. And here we got a raid farm, which is in the fucking cloud. Uh, it's not active. We just need to get it like a Battleman potion. But here it is. We got a bunch of totems here. I don't think there's anything really of value left here because we keep taking it. But like this gives a shit ton of emeralds, shit ton of totems, which is really useful. And as of right now, that's pretty much everything. I am literally about to build a big building to have the farm for the sugar canes to get some more paper. I'm gonna make it into like a really big house and make that look nice, kind of like this but bigger. And it's gonna be like a little bit more like deep slate bricks than like regular stone. to make it look a little bit more rugged. Uh, but yeah, this is the build. Um, took us about a month and I think 6 days, or how many days was it? Yeah, I finished it yesterday. So yeah, about a month, 6 days. Added a bunch of details. Oh, I did not show this building. Forgot to show this. This is the very last thing that I actually built for the actual thing itself. This is a dance floor. It's kind of like, just everybody gets together, just chill, have a good time. Got some cakes and stuff over there. Over here, just from kegs, we got some, like, kind of like some couches over here. Everybody chill out, have fun. Got some cups everywhere, everybody resting their cups around. And then over here, we've got at the bottom, the very last room that I built for the thing, for the entire castle, was another kind of like area to everybody to just, get together, have a good time. Big ass keg right here, mini kegs here. Um, yeah, there's just an area to get everybody to just chill, have fun. Um, it's very medieval like ish. It's not really like modern. That's why it's not. I could have did TVs and stuff, like a little design to look like a TV. But I'm not like very strict on it. So I don't really care. Like it doesn't have to look like exactly that. But I do like the vibe that it gives off. So we've kind of kept it like that. Not like by agreement, just like we just like it. So we just had it like that. But yeah, this is our me and Axel's build. We did have our friend Nifu help us for a couple of days. He really helped us out when getting a lot of materials. This shit is a ridiculous amount of materials to get. This is like insane. The amount of wood that you see, like even just by looking at this, you see see the roof designs. See how many logs there is for everything. There's logs. All these pillars are completely logs. A lot of like so many pillars are just logs. So for planks it's not as bad because one log is 4 planks, but a lot of the actual build itself is just straight up logs. Look at that. Look. So it was a nightmare to get all the materials, but it was a great time. I really enjoyed it, and I'm actually surprised that like my little Minecraft phase is still going very strong. I actually want to build more stuff. I'm thinking of doing like the Adventure Time treehouse. I haven't really found a good tutorial on how to do that. I'm not like a very good builder to like just like do that shit on the spot myself. I might do it, but like if I find something, at least something to like kind of point me in the right direction on like how to make that shape. But if not, I'll just make something else. Really, it doesn't matter. I'm a big fan of the way that came out too, and it also like perfect distance away where you can kind of see it. It fits the vibe. It's great. It's great. I love it. Uh, but yeah, that's about everything. Just this is our little castle, and we're done. Say goodbye, Gerald.